Alrighty guys, so I'm going to show you how to start our tropical themed art project for this week, okay? Now, I know some of the 5th graders have already kind of experimented with this program Pixlr that we're going to use, but I wanted to show everyone how to kind of get your template so you can start the coloring project that we're going to be doing. Each grade is going to have a different coloring page, but it's all going to be the same steps, okay? So I'm just going to put this one video up for all the grades so you can kind of see how you're going to get your coloring page and tackle it in Pixlr. So you're going to go to the assignment. Again, I know this isn't the assignment that you guys are working on right now. I just wanted to show you how to download the template. For example, my 5th graders were working on a Lego project, so they are looking at their assignment. They're going to click on the blank Lego person. And if you want to download this onto your Chromebook, you're just going to right click and then it'll say save image as. And you're going to save that to your Chromebook wherever you want to save it. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Okay, so now it is saved. I'm just going to close that out. So now I'm going to go to Pixlr, which is going to be the digital program that we're going to use to actually color our tropical theme coloring sheets in. So I'm going to type in pixlr.com and you'll come up on this page. Now we're going to go to Pixlr E, that just stands for Pixlr Editor. And then you can kind of see some of the stuff that I've been editing lately. Now up here is kind of an example of one of the coloring sheets. This is where we're headed, but don't worry about that just yet. You are going to go to Open Image, and then you're going to find your coloring sheet. So if I was a 3rd grader, I would open the Tropical Beach coloring sheet, and then it'll show up on this. I just want to make sure you can see all the important tools that you'll need. So you'll be able to see your coloring sheet. Now, there's lots of tools over here that you can use, and you're more than welcome to experiment with them all you want. I'm just going to show you a few of them that is going to be really fun and easy to use for your digital coloring sheet. If you see this up here where it says Unlock Duplicate, all you're going to do is press Unlock. That's just going to let you actually start working on the picture. Now, I want you guys to focus on pattern. All of these coloring sheets allow you to use a pattern. A pattern is something that repeats. So for example, A, B, A, B, A, B, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, anything that repeats. So maybe in my background up here, I want to repeat a color pattern. So what I'm going to use is the fill. Now this is probably the tool you're going to use the most for our coloring sheets, and what you're going to do is you're going to click on the fill, and then you're going to click down here in the circle to choose whatever color you want. So if I'm working on the sky, I'm going to choose a blue. And then like I said, I want you to work on a pattern, so maybe I'll do this one blue, that one, continue that. Oops, I guess this one should have been the... If you make a mistake, you can always undo, edit, undo, get the right one. So then maybe on the next section of our sky, I want a darker blue. So I'm going to go back to my color choices, and I'm just using my fill to color in those darker blue sections. Now maybe for these little teeny tiny sections, maybe I want more of like a purple. Now if you notice some of my sky back here didn't get hit, that's because it's kind of hitting the palm tree first. So I might have to go back and actually go through and color in more of that. Now, if you don't remember what exact shade of blue you were using to color your sky, you can go use this little eyedropper, and that's actually going to, so if I just clicked on the eyedropper, then I can click on the blue I was using and it'll come back up. So I don't have to go back and find it. I can just use the eyedropper and that'll automatically give me that shade of blue that I was using. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the dark blue. So I don't have to go searching for it. Oh, and there's one more section I forgot. So I'll use my eyedropper again. Okay. Oh, it looks like I have one more section that I forgot. Hopefully I got all the sky now. Awesome. So I showed you one thing. Say I accidentally colored part of my palm tree blue. I don't want that. You can go to edit, undo, or you could just go down and choose whatever new color you want. Say you wanted that to be green. Awesome. Then you can go and just color over it green. And again, so far I've just been using the fill tool, or you can also use the eyedropper tool to choose your colors, or the little circles to choose your colors. So those are the only tools that I've really used so far, and I've already colored quite a bit of my picture. So again, we're focusing on patterns, so maybe I would do like lighter greens or maybe yellows for the other part of the leaves. But I do want to show you some of the other options you can use if you want to keep playing around with some of these other tools. Over here, we've got the pen tool. This is going to work like you might assume, like a pen. So you can actually draw with your color. Now it might actually be hard to color in anything with this coloring sheet with the pen tool, but I did want to give you that option. For the pen tool, you can also adjust the size. If you want it to be a bigger pen, it's going to give you a bigger pen. The paintbrush is going to do something similar. It's just going to give you a more painty effect. And again, you can adjust the size of your brush. This gets into more fancy stuff, but we won't really worry about that. So I'm going to say this looks pretty ugly, so I'm just going to edit, undo, edit, undo, edit. If you want to add a text box, maybe you want to add your name, you're going to click on the T for text and then click add text. You can change the color of your font. You can change the actual font, and you can change the size of your font over here. And then you can kind of move it around wherever you want. This is an eraser, so if you don't want to do the whole edit, undo, you can always click on the eraser. And then you can go and erase something that you might not like. I'm trying to see if there's any other tools you might want to use. We might get into some of these fancier ones on another project, but I think those are pretty much the basic ones that I want you to experiment with your coloring page. So again, I want you to focus on patterns, color in your whole sheet, have fun. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. Pixlr is a lot of fun to use, and I know you guys can do some really cool stuff with it. Once you're all done with your picture, obviously I would still want to color mine, but once you're all done with your picture and you're ready to save it, you're going to go to File, Save. You can name it whatever you want. Then you're going to download it. So now it's been saved. And then you can go to your email and you're going to email your finished picture to me. So I'll show you how to attach that. So I'm just going to go down here to the little paper clip, attach files, and then I would find my coloring sheet, which I think is in download. So there it is. So I just click on that, and now it's attached to my email. And if I were you, send that off to me, and then you've handed in your coloring sheet. Awesome, guys. I hope you have fun with this. I hope you do really well. I'm sure you will. And I can't wait to see what